Hello beer tubers and welcome to another beer review with me, Peter, the master of Hoppets. Today drinking some more beer that I got from Beerdome in a recent package, so thanks a ton to Beerdome for the beer. I went on their web shop, used their search function to look for lagers because I wanted to see if there was any fun craft lagers around, because often these are beers that sit on web shops, which is a shame because craft lager and modern lagers are awesome. These days, like for if I want something refreshing and nice, it's either West Coast IPAs or some kind of lager that I kind of end up drinking. So, yeah, or a goose, for that matter. So, coming full circle. That's how it is when you've been into craft beer for a very long time. Don't get me wrong, I love a lot of the modern stuff, and I love hazies, and I love once in a while, these crazy beers. But I just also love a good lager. But I love when brewers then also take a little bit of a spin on it. So this is from FrauGruber in Germany, and this is their Japanese Yuzu lager. So FrauGruber is one of the newer breweries of Germany making really good stuff, like them and FrauGruber and a lot of others. Sudden Death, there's many. But FrauGruber is one of the first one I think I learned about, along with FrauGruber. So what's funny with FrauGruber as well is, like, as soon as they make something that can't be called beer according to the German purity law, they put on the labels Biermischgetränk, which means beer mixed drink. So this Japanese Yuzu lager is made with 100% Pilsner malt, that is from around the region where they're based. And then they got hops, yeast, and 1% of Yuzu juice. It says mate, so I guess that might be the Pilsner variety. Doesn't say what hops. There's not a lot of info on the can, and I actually didn't look it up because I just felt like a beer after a long day at work. But let's check it out. I mean, Japanese lagers are really clean and crispy and light, often with rice. So if they're doing something similar just with malt, it's really cool, I think, like with Pilsner malt. And then the addition of yuzu. I mean, it's not all the time you find that in like a Japanese lager. It's quite rare, really, but I'm at least exported. I'm sure there are some in Japan. Wow, that's hazy. I did not expect that. I wonder if that's the yuzu juice. That's a really hazy, bright yellow color. Quite a frothy white head when I poured it. Not as crazy thick head retention on it, but yeah, let's check it out. Thanks to Beerdome for the beer. Totally a yuzu bomb. It almost smells a bit shandy-like, actually, or Radler-like. Yeah, like a strong Radler almost. Loads of yuzu, really, but there's definitely some crisp Pilsner malt underneath. It's also funny with the whole beer mix Getränk thing, because that's a big thing in Germany. You can get a lot of beer mixed drinks. Cola-Weizen, Radler, all these things. They also have, is it with lemonade? And there's a lot of different like regional varieties and all this of like beer-based drinks, and they also have the malt beverages, which is like it comes from malt extract or something like that. I can't remember the names. There's many different styles of it that are like sweet malt beverages that are kind of like made from malt extract. But yeah, it smells very odd. Like I'm smelling mostly yuzu and lemon and citrus and perfumey citrus than really hops or anything, and then just like a super simple cracker malt. It smells like a refreshing summer beer. Let's try it. Cheers, and thanks to Beerdome for the beer. A lot of yuzu for 1% of yuzu juice. Really crackery. It has the, like, to really feel like a Japanese lager, it almost has too much malt because a lot of Japanese lagers are so light, like, and crispy, so light because of the rice. There's definitely also malt in some of them. I think in recent time, like the most malt forward and also hop forward I've had must have been Asahi, maybe. No, Kirin Ichiban. And I think actually also in Europe that's made at Weihenstephan in Germany. But it's got like the body or malt flavor of something like that, a little bit. But it's definitely on the lighter side, as it should be in like a Japanese rice lager or just Japanese lager. And then there's a lot of yuzu. The yuzu really overshadows the hops, which makes sense. I guess there's definitely some nice bitterness on the back end and like pithy citrus rind. But I'm guessing they did this to like have the yuzu shine and be the thing that's in the forefront. I think a lot of people will think like, yeah, well, this one. But this is not supposed to be a beer that's going to blow your mind. This is something that's just really refreshing and ultra crushable. It's like part Pilsner, part Shandy-esque flavors. Not all, or Shandy Radler, but it's not all the way full force sweet fruit juice, really. Because a lot of Radlers are sweeter and has a lot of fruit juice flavor. This has like sharp Yuzu, but without being like too fruity. It still tastes like a lager. Whereas a lot of Radlers taste more like lemonade than actual beer. I like that it has some bitterness, like some spicy bitterness on the back end. But it's so lightly crackery, the malt, slightly doughy maybe even. And the yuzu gives off perfumey citrus flavors, lemon limey flavors, and then it has like a lot of waxy lemon rind, or I guess yuzu rind type flavors on the back. And I think that's the bitterness from hops and the yuzu juice. But it's good. It's a nice lager. Nothing I'm blown away by, but it's good. I don't know. I don't really know what I expected. It's pretty damn tasty. I just wanted maybe, I don't know, either a just Japanese lager or a German Pils over this, really. Like, to be 100% honest, I actually once in a while enjoy a Kirin Ichiban if I'm making ramen. I think it's a pretty damn great beer. It's a macro beer, I know, but it's not the worst macro beer. That's also, these days, sometimes I don't think macro beers are always that terrible. Some are definitely terrible, but some are also quite all right. They serve a purpose. I mean, it's not going to be, beer doesn't have to blow your mind all the time. But yeah, what are we going to give this one? This is a bit tough. I'm enjoying it quite a lot, but I would take a German Pils any day over this. Maybe an 88? Something like that. 89. It's not really a 90 for me, just because, again, I'd rather have a Pilsner, but it's still really good. And I think a lot of people who love Japanese lager type beers would love it. And it's super clean. It's made as a lager should be made. Yeah, nice stuff. So if you guys had a chance to try the FrauGruber Japanese Yuzu Lager, let me know what you thought of it. Thanks a ton to Beerdome for the beer. And as always, remember to comment, subscribe, check out the Facebook fan page and Twitter and Instagram, and give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Ring the bell for future notifications about videos on our motorcycle. Cheers. And see you guys in another beer review.